Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. This is the National News Telecast. I'm Uvin Heptiaranchi.
A very good evening. I'm Dilanjali Ananda, and these are your headlines.
Rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters in 6 provinces today as well. Earth slip warnings to continue in several districts. 18 children injured in road accidents in Batuatta in Ragama. Hindu devotees prepare to celebrate Deepavali. 5 out of 10 persons undergoing psychiatric treatment are drug addicts with complications. The female who provided lodgings to Ishara Sewandi has been remanded till the 24th of this month. Minister Anil Jayantha Fernando says government is taking measures to effectively manage investments. Pakistan and Afghanistan enter a ceasefire agreement with immediate effect. Jevan David becomes the first Sri Lankan to win a Euro Formula Open rookie title. Now, those and more stories in detail on today's top story. The Department of Meteorology had forecast thunder showers today in many parts of the island.
The meteorology report says rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters is possible in several locations in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central, over, northwestern and southern provinces. Getukade in Ratnapura has recorded the highest rainfall of 121 millimeters yesterday. The Met Department adds that wind speed beyond the shores from Galle to Hambantota via Mathura may increase up to 45 kilometers per hour at times. Director General of the Met Department, Athula Karunanayaka, said that when considering the nature of the rainfall, it has been found out that it lasts for a period of one and a half to 2 hours. However, during the short period, a thundershower could be experienced with temporary strong winds. In addition, there is a possibility of the occurrence of lightning. The Director General also reminds the general public to take precautionary measures to prevent accidents caused due to lightning. He also said, according to climatic analysis, disturbances have occurred near Andaman Islands to the southeast of Sri Lanka. This condition may develop into a low pressure zone by the 21st. The Director General added that, however, Sri Lanka would not be directly affected by the situation. Heavy rains lashing on the catchment areas have rapidly increased the water level in the Ravana Alla. The District Disaster Management Unit informs general public not to go near the waterfall. 6 out of the 30 sluice gates of the Rajanagara Reservoir in Anuradhapura remain open by 6 feet each. The lifted sluice gates release a water flow of 8,352 cubic feet to the Kala Oil Reservoir. 2 sluice gates of the Angamawa Reservoir has been lifted by 4 feet each. They release a volume of 2,442 cubic feet of water to the Kala Oil. The National Building Research Organization has issued earth slip warnings to several districts. Senior scientist of NBRO Vasanta Senadira said that according to level 1 of the earth slip warning, threats are posed on Haldumulla and Uva Paranagama in the Badula district. Doluwa, Udunuvara, Delithota and Ududumbara in the Kandy district, Rambukana, Bulatkahupitiya, Mavanalla, Ruanvalla, Aranayaka, Kegol and Yatiantota in the Kegol district, Yatavatta, Ambanganga, Korale, Ukuwela, Palpula and Rathota in the Mathale district, Hanguranketa, Valapane and Ambagamuwa, Korale in Nuwara Elia district, and Imbulpe, the Ahaliagoda, Kalavana and Ratnapura Divisional Secretariat divisions in the Ratnapura district.
18 school children were injured when the bus in which they were travelling overturned near the Batuatta railway crossing in Ragama this evening. They met with the accident after returning from a Boy Scout jamboree at the Batuatta Central College. The victims were a group of students in the age group of between 8 and 9 years studying at the Mahinda Vidyalaya in Heyantudu, Makkola. It was reported that the bus was moving on a slopey area near Batuatta railway station when the driver was unable to control the speed and hit a three-wheeler and toppled. The injured students were admitted to Ragama Teaching Hospital.
The National Deepavali Celebrations 2025 was held in Hatton this morning under the guidance of the Minister of Vidyasasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Dr. Hiniduma Sunil Senavi. The main puja of blessings was conducted by the chief priest of Sri Manikapillar Hindu Kovil in Hatton, Kurukkal Siva Sri Sadguna Sanmadura Kurukkal. It was organized by the Kovil's Board of Trustees. Later, a number of Hindu cultural events were also held with the participation of school children. The Governor of Central Province, Professor Sarat Abekun, Deputy Ministers Gamagedra Disanaika, Murir Munafar, Sundaralingam Pradeep and other officials were present on the occasion. Meanwhile, a Deepavali festival was held at the Kadirasan Kovil premises in Bamlapitia, organized for the Hindu police officials on police duty. The chief invitees were the Deputy Minister Arun Hemachandra. According to our correspondent, a large crowd is visiting Hatton town to purchase essential food items and apparels for the Deepavali festival. A special security arrangement is in place by the Hatton police for the people. During search operations conducted yesterday, 5 women have been taken into custody who stole wallets and gold chains in the guise of selling incense sticks among consumers. Bakeries and restaurants of the Hatton city were also inspected yesterday with the participation of public health inspectors of Amgamu, Maskelia and Bhagavantalava officers of medical health officials or officers. Nearly 50 shops were inspected and according to the Maskelia medical health officer, legal action will be taken against shop owners who maintained bakeries and restaurants untidily. People of Valavata area visited the city to purchase essential commodities to celebrate Deepavali. The Hindu community of Vavuniya district also visited the city to purchase essential items to celebrate Deepavali. According to our correspondent, business activities in the city were conducted in a high note.
The Foreign Employment Bureau says there is a possibility this year surpassing the highest amount of migrant remittances ever recorded in a year. The chairman of the Bureau, Kosal Vikramara Singha, has made these observations participating in a program in Ratnapura. Enlightening of family members of the migrant employees has also been conducted under the theme of Guiding to the Future. On this occasion, the event was held at the auditorium of Foreign Employment Bureau at Ratnapura New Town. Chairman of the SLBEF, Kosal Vikramara said that 245,000 persons had migrated overseas for employment this year. He further said that Sri Lanka had recorded the highest amount of foreign remittances for this year after 2016. The chairman also said there is a possibility this year exceeding the amount of $7.2 billion recorded in 2016.
The woman who provided accommodation facilities to Ishara Selwandi regarding the instance of assassination of Sanjeeva Kumara Samaratna, alias Ganemula Sanjeeva, has been kept in prison custody until the 24th of this month as per an order issued by the Colombo Magistrates Court. The woman concerned was presented before the Hosdorf Magistrates Court in Colombo from the Colombo Crime Division after being presented to the Judicial Medical Officer. Mathugama Police had taken into custody recently this woman, aged 52 years and owner of the house at Valipanna, Mathugama, regarding providing of accommodation facilities. Rikamar Arachige Dinesh Kumare alias Gampha Baba was brought to this country from Nepal. Was taken to Perligoda Division Crime Investigation Bureau yesterday. According to an information received during interrogation, about 50 live cartridges used in T-56 firearms was recovered at a place near the Keravalapitia Expressway entrance. It has been revealed during further investigation that the recovered cartridges will be forwarded to the Valisara court and they have been given to Gampaha Baba by underworld crime leader Kehelbadra Padme. Another suspect was taken into custody recently at Hungama Police Division by a group of officials of the Financial Crime Division, along with a T-56 firearm. It has been reported that the 38-year-old suspect is connected with firearms and drug peddling. The suspect has been taken into custody along with 2 cartridges including 63 ammunitions, 25 ammunitions of bore 12 category and 2 firearms in which the ammunitions can be used, 34 ammunitions of revolver category, a tipper and a cab. This tipper and the cab has been provided by an organized criminal and a drug peddler who is at present in prison custody. It has also been revealed that a sum of 1 million rupees has also been handed over to him.
Psychiatrist consultant physician Jan Mendes says that at present 5 of the 10 patients directed for psychological treatment are engaged in treatment procedure due to consuming narcotics. Meanwhile, groups involved in numerous professions point out that drug menace should have to be definitely eliminated from Sri Lanka in order to create a healthy future for population and a prosperous country. They further praised the government for its efforts to combat the menace. Poisonous drugs have become a national calamity. The drug racketeers and their agents have been engaging in efforts since considerable period to get out their crutches the children and the younger generation who extend the highest contribution to the country's labour force. The endeavour aim of the government is to make Sri Lanka totally free from the narcotic network. In order to fulfill this objective, operations are underway in the country as well as internationally to realise this target. Accordingly, the government is engaged in apprehending drug racketeers as well as numerous types of drug narcotics in bulk quantities. At present, neither 4 or 5 out of the 10 patients seeking psychological treatment are suffering from complications that had arisen due to drug addiction. Psychiatrist consultant physician Jan Mendes said that the narcotic usage leads to changes in behavior and psychological patterns. Dr. Mendes adds that in the past 10 to 15 years, consumption of ice narcotic has been rapidly spread in the island. He further says that they have observed how human feelings such as suspicion and anger as well as sexual abuse has escalated during drug use. He also said school children are inclined to use narcotics in the school premises.
Sinhala Medium Junior Division competition of the All Ceylon Debating Championship Tournament, the Speaker 2025, organised by the National Television through the approval of the Ministry of Education, has commenced today. The event has been taken place at the premises of the Sujata Girls School, Colombo 5. The event was organised in parallel to the Media Summit of Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union on Climate Action and Disaster Prevention. 189 orators selected via online took part in today's event. 10 competitors are to be shortlisted for the finals. The registration procedure got underway today. In today's competitions, the speakers were scheduled to face 7 rounds. The models devised in line with the latest methodologies and rules and regulations. Finals of the Sinhala medium is scheduled to be conducted on the 5th of next month with the participation of Sri Lanka's well-known judges in debating. We'll be back with more news from home after this break.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Now continuing with more local news. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says that the opposition is afraid that the law will approach them.
He made this comment during a program held in Kalathara. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa participated in the handing over of a house to a concerned family constructed for a low-income earning family in the Hinatiyagala, Grama Niladari Division, Kalathara. The Housing Development Authority spent a sum of 1 million rupees for this purpose. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that underworld leaders are being taken into custody within and outside the country by Sri Lanka police with the assistance of police of those countries and the Interpol. Many facts have been uncovered during interrogations. On previous occasions, these underworld leaders were assassinated after taking into custody, and the network remained protected. The reason being the involvement of drug peddlers, the underworld and politicians in this network, which is interconnected. The involvement has become clear according to the voice cuts of opposition politicians and those of previous governments. They are uttering certain things in fear of getting caught in the legal net. They are making various allegations against the Criminal Investigation Department, the Bribery Commission, the Ministry of Public Security and the courts, since the law is taking its due course now. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa led a program to distribute saplings. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa led a program to distribute saplings for coconut cultivators in Kalathara district yesterday under the program Eka Mitata Govi Bimata. The Minister also joined an inspection tour at Badula Teaching Hospital and paid attention to the recommencement of development projects, including the 10-story building and the stored professorial unit of the hospital.
Minister Dr. Anil Jayant Fernando says that the government is taking measures to utilize an effective manner the investment for which the development of the country. The minister made these remarks participating in a ceremony held in BMICH in Colombo yesterday. The Minister Dr. Anil Jayant Fernando was the chief guest at the 119th Annual General Session of the Sri Lanka Engineering Institute. The institute, which was established in the year 1906, was one of the oldest professional bodies enacted through Parliament Act in 1968. Engineer Kosal Kamburadeniya was inducted as the new president of the institute.
We have not been able to be far with where the world is moving ahead. And again, if you just take the country, we have not been able to pass the benefits of these technological advancements to the regional level in a way, maybe managed even level. So huge disparity is seen within the country and among the countries as well. Another objective is to take the leap forward and catch or bridge this particular gap. To that, we prioritize the importance of paying attention on digitalization and investing in technology. We hope that that would not solve all problems, but that would be a catalyst and key driver of addressing many issues that we face in terms of production, maybe fighting against corruption. With lots of difficulties and challenges, we have been able to stabilize the economy, because the economy was almost in a grave abyss. It was not stagnated. It was really going down. There was a downward trend, the collapsing, and unilaterally the government declared the bankruptcy as well. In such a situation, it is a big challenge for a government to develop without stabilizing. So stabilization has happened. Now moving ahead, even the political stabilization has been achieved. As I just highlighted, there are no rifts in the government. So now there is a very good environment, a platform for everyone to take the next step. Among other things, as I just highlighted, from economic perspective, we need more and more investment. Without investments, of course, we can just maintain the status quo, but not the one that we wanted, that is the exponential growth to answer the problems and the issues that we are facing as of now. So we have just created the environment to bring more and more investment into the country. Thus bringing investment, promoting investment, protecting investment, and channeling that particular investment to real productive channels. So we are trying to establish highly disciplined financial management system in the country. Whatever your savings would be effectively and productively channeled, transformed into effective investments. So this is what we are doing by maintaining and holding financial stability in the country. This is happening.
And we have more news from home in brief. A special program to educate local government representatives on the anti-corruption law was held in Polonnaruwa through mediation of the Commission to investigate on charges of bribery or corruption. Chairman of the Commission, Ranga Disanaika, has also participated in the session via online. Minister Bima Ratnayaka, during his recent official tour in China, had discussions with Secretary of the Guangxi Committee of the Communist Party, Shen Gang, and officials of the province. Attention was focused at the talks on latest technology on the procurement of industrial services utilizing artificial intelligence and measures to be taken to promote cooperation within the Southeast Asian region. Today was the final day of the 2025 Boy Scout Wathrajari camp in Wat Talajala. The day of the Boy Scouts taught felt yesterday. 400 children from 15 schools in the area had displayed their skills in a 3-day event which was organized for the 32nd occasion. A program to celebrate traditional Chinese Mid-Spring Festival was held at the China-Sri Lanka Joint Model Research Center on Aquatic Technology of the Peradeniya University. The event was jointly organized by the Chinese Cultural Center in Sri Lanka and the Confucius Institute of the Columbia University. Opportunities were provided on this occasion for the local university students to undergo attractive experiences along with multicultural exhibitions and traditional Chinese cuisine. The aim was to enhance mutual understanding and long-term friendship between the youth of both countries. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, along with Sri Lanka Social Services Department, is engaged in an employment promotion program for the community with disabilities. One of the major objectives is to enhance private sector contribution in promoting employment opportunities for disabled persons. Under the project, a program was held in Colombo today. It has been possible after a lengthy operation to rescue a female elephant fallen into the ZD Canal in Valikanda. Wildlife officials in Valikanda said that the beast had stormed into the village from the Somavati Protectorate in search of food. It was chased back to the Protectorate after rescuing.
The newly renovated Jaffna office of the Lake House was declared open yesterday. The office had remained without any maintenance for a long period. Minister Hiniduma Sunil Senavi and Ramalingam Chandrasekharan, as well as the senior politician Ananda Sangari and representative of the Indian Consular General Office in Jaffna were present at the occasion. The newly opened office is expected to be used as a media centre in Jaffna. We'll be back with foreign news after a short break. Now on to foreign news. Afghanistan and Pakistan have agreed to an immediate ceasefire following a week of intense border clashes.
This marks the most serious escalation between the two countries since the Taliban's return to power in 2021. The agreement was reached during Qatar and Turkey-mediated talks held in Doha yesterday. Pakistan's Defence Minister confirmed the ceasefire today, stating that both parties would reconvene in Istanbul on October 25th to address further details. A statement from Taliban spokesperson described the agreement as a complete and meaningful ceasefire. The recent hostilities resulted in dozens of fatalities and hundreds of injuries, according to foreign media reports. Tensions escalated after Islamabad accused Kabul of harboring militants responsible for increased cross-border attacks in Pakistan. The Pakistani military responded with airstrikes along the 2,600 kilometers shared border following a deadly suicide bombing on Friday that killed 7 Pakistani soldiers and injured 13 others. Qatar's foreign ministry emphasized that the follow-up discussions aimed to ensure the ceasefire is both reliable and sustainable.
Massive No Kings protests against President Donald Trump's policies were held across major US cities, drawing millions of demonstrators calling for protection of democratic institutions. The demonstrations took place peacefully despite heightened security and political tensions. Nearly 7 million people participated in the protests nationwide, with events described as peaceful by both organizers and law enforcement agencies. In New York City, police stated that more than 100,000 people gathered across all 5 boroughs and confirmed that no protest-related arrests were made. The protests were held in response to President Trump's recent use of executive orders, including measures to restructure parts of the federal government and deploy National Guard troops in various cities. President Trump has defended his actions as necessary measures to restore national stability.
Hawaii's Kilauea volcano spewed out record-breaking lava jets recently during its latest eruption episode, marking the highest fountains since December 2024. Footage shows molten lava spewing into the air and cascading down the slopes of the volcano. According to the United States Geological Survey, the lava began erupting from the north and south vents on last Friday. Lava grew rapidly from both vents, feeding large flows on the floor of Helmaumau crater. Reportedly, The south vent produced fountains just under 1,500 feet, while the fountain from the north vent reached about 1,100 feet. Together, they marked the highest single fountain and the highest pair of mounted fountains.
Sokcho Beach in South Korea makes history as the stage for the nation's first large-scale digital media art performance. Projected directly onto stand and sea, tourists visiting the beach were mesmerized by the innovative spectacle as they took selfies and interacted with the patterns projected onto the ocean. Spanning a stunning 70 meters wide and 15 meters long, the exhibition blends cutting-edge technology with raw serenity of the sea. The sun sets and the darkness falls, the coastline comes alive with sweeping waves of color and rhythmic video projections that guide visitors through a mesmerizing 30-minute journey. Visitors are treated to a vibrant fusion of cosmic imagery, nature-inspired animations and abstract visual storytelling, all choreographed to a pulse and shift of the perfect harmony with music. Operating twice a week year-round, the Sea of Light has quickly become a social media sensation. Visitors from around the region and beyond have been flocking to see the show, often sharing their experience through stunning reels and photos that capture the electric atmosphere. With its ambitious vision, immersive design and growing popularity, the Sea of Light is quickly becoming a must-see landmark in its own right.
The Sri Lanka rugby team won the third place in men's category of the second round of 7 aside Asia Rugby Championship.
The women's championship was won by the Japanese team, while Hong Kong became the men's champions. The tournament was held at Rose Course Grounds in Colombo for 2 days. The Sri Lankan players competing from Group C reached the semi-finals, defeating Uzbekistan, Singapore and China. Sri Lanka played against Japan, the strongest rugby team in Asia. After a close contest, the Sri Lankan team lost to Japan 15-12. Accordingly, the Sri Lankan team played China for third place. After the first half of the match, both teams were equal on 7 points each, and the Sri Lankan team scored an additional 12 points in the second half, while China only managed 7. The Sri Lankan rugby team secured the third position by winning the match 19-14. They scored their points through 2 goals and 1 try.
In the corner has one man to beat. Srinath Surya Bandara will go in for the...
And it's a story of a proud young Sri Lankan motorsports racing driver Yuan David has won the Euro Formula Open Motor Racing Championship. He has become the first Sri Lankan to win this championship. Meanwhile, he has been able to win the third round of the Italian Championship today. The Euro Formula Open Motor Racing Championship consists of 8 rounds. The 8th round was held in Italy. Yuan David, who became 6th in the first round, finished the competition as the runner-up in the second round held yesterday. He became 1st in the third round held today, clocking 27 minutes and 47.65 seconds. American racing driver Everett Stuck became the runner-up, while Michael Shane of Korea became 3rd. Yuan David scored 345 points after all 8 rounds of Euro Formula 1 and also became the runner-up. Accordingly, he won the Novices Championship. Timek Kulshek of Poland won the Euro Formula Open Championship.
The Sri Lankan Lion roars again here at Monza, runner-up to the title, 6 wins, joint highest number of wins.
And I have to dedicate this to everyone that supported me, everyone that helped me this year, my family. It's been a great season, so very happy and super excited for next year.
A well-learned year as Yuan David lifts his final Euro Formula Open winning trophy aloft.
The 3rd Asian Youth Sports Festival will commence on the 22nd of this month in Bahrain. The presentation of the official kit and allowances for the Sri Lankan team was conducted at the Olympic House. President of the Olympic Committee Suresh Subramaniam attended the occasion along with other officials. 100 Sri Lankan athletes will be participating in this year's Asian Youth Sports Festival. This includes 56 male athletes and 44 female athletes. Their expenses will be borne by the National Olympic Committee. The Sri Lankan players will participate in kabaddi, taekwondo, tennis, basketball, golf, swimming, boxing, beach volleyball, weightlifting, wrestling and athletics. The championship will also go on until the 31st of the month.
The sports people here will consist of 5 players, 3 boys and 2 girls, 2 boys and 1 girl.
That's it for tonight's English News telecast. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night.
The feature